It's been a hectic 24 hours because Respawn revealed some screenshots of the new legends, and then a few hours later they accidentally revealed a bit more of the new legends than they wanted to. So let's talk about the next legends and also what's coming up for Apex, because the new season is very soon. You may have already noticed the teasers in game for the next legend, as there's a cat in random point of interest in every Apex map that you can actually go up to and it will meow at you. This was our first teaser for the next legend, but we've since got a few more teasers. And also I posted a video of me testing if the teaser cat took damage, and then the Japanese side of Apex caught onto this, tweeted about me saying foreigners bully cats, and then as a cherry on top, the Play Apex account told me I deserved that, so I think I've been cancelled for trying to damage the teaser cats. On top of that though, the Play Apex account posted this, which are all images of the next legend, and some of them reveal the legend's abilities, so let's take a look at them. So starting off, we have this image of the next legend, which shows their color scheme. They are going to be mainly red, and what you're looking at here is the next legend's left wrist, and this device seems to be a crossbow or a slingshot. You can see how you can pull this wire back, allowing you to shoot stuff at the enemies, so we can assume so far that the next legend's offhand is going to fire some sort of projectile. What is this projectile going to be? Well, the next image Respawn gave us seems to be a part of the next legend's armor that actually holds several tiny arrows. So it seems you are going to be able to shoot tiny arrows, potentially several of them, from your offhand, which sounds pretty cool. Now, there's a few questions surrounding these darts or arrows, whatever you want to call them, as we don't know if these are going to cause direct damage like Vantage's sniper, or instead cause a debuff like Ballistic's Whistler. Honestly, I doubt they're going to do anything like silence the enemies, because we've already got too many offhand abilities that silence the enemies. So I actually think these arrows or darts, whatever they are actually going to be tracking darts. So whenever an enemy is hit by these, it probably scans them through walls and basically temporarily scans anybody hit by these. Or at least I assume that's what these are going to be. I don't think they're going to be direct damage, because at the end of the day, the crossbow is an offhand crossbow shot from your left hand. So it's probably going to be more like the Whistler, where you use it during a fight very quickly, because it provides support rather than direct damage. Abilities that do direct damage, like the Vantage Sniper or the Rampart Sheila, take ages to pull out and wind up because they do damage. Our final intentional image of the next legend is this one, which quite clearly shows his chest. He's wearing a red jacket that says Belva, and then you can see under his jacket he seems to have some sort of robotic body and a necklace that has an arrow on the end of it. This is an important detail that you have to remember. I don't think the next legend is gonna be called Belva, because writing your name on your jacket is just stupid. Maybe I'm wrong and this guy's gonna have a big ego though. And from this character's stature and build, it does seem like he's gonna be a guy, and this was kind of confirmed because somebody replied to this tweet saying show us his hot face, and then the Apex account responded, so I guess it is a him. So with the knowledge from these images that the next legend has a color scheme of red and also has a necklace with an arrow on it, let's take a look at the merch for the next ALGS event. Trust me, this will make sense. Respawn announced they're going to be selling this shirt, which has a load of Nesses on it, and a few of the Nesses are based around existing legends, like this Wraith Nessie, this Watson Nessie, this Valk Nessie, this Fuse Nessie, this Ultra Nessie, this Caustic Nessie, and then this... Wait, who is this meant to represent? Well, it's a red Nessie with a necklace with an arrow on it. So this is in fact representing the next legend, who we don't know much about. The only ability we have confirmed for the next legend right now is the crossbow gauntlet on his left hand, but on this Nessie version of the next legend, we can see some new details that we didn't get to see in those 3 images. He actually has something on his back as well, and it seems to be 3 sticks, and these are likely to relate to his other ability. Now, in my head, I think these sticks are going to be one of 2 things. I'm going to tell you the least likely thing and then the most likely thing. So my first theory is that these are some sort of melee nunchuck weapon that he can maybe use as an ultimate ability. Maybe Respawn were testing melee abilities with the Power Sword and Buster Sword so they could release a legend with melee abilities. But more likely, I think these are arrows, and they're going to be his ultimate, because as you can see, these 3 sticks are actually in a bag which heavily resembles a quiver. Quivers are essentially something archers put their arrows in to store the arrows, so I would assume these are maybe just big arrows that are his ultimate ability, which makes sense to me because he does seem to be an arrow-based legend. So in my opinion for his abilities, his tactical ability is going to be an arrow gauntlet that can shoot small darts that either debuff, slightly damage, track, or do something to enemies, and then his ultimate ability is going to be a much more powerful bow, crossbow, or something that shoots arrows that likely harm enemies or put a fat debuff on them. And if I was a Respawn developer and I knew we had already developed Vantage, who literally has a sniper ultimate that damages people, I probably wouldn't do another similar ultimate that damages people. In my opinion, I would probably make these arrows like an AoE effect, maybe area denial, so maybe within 2 meters of wherever these arrows land, they send off an electrical shock, or maybe these arrows do a similar effect to the impulse grenade from Fortnite. They throw people away from wherever they land, and you can also use them for movement. That would be so cool, and it would essentially allow EPG movement in a Legend's ultimate ability. And then for this Legend's passive ability, well, we don't really know. Maybe it's something to do with the cat that's knocking around the maps right now. Maybe his passive ability is a cat that just follows him around and maybe does something like warns him of enemies, or maybe marks enemies or something. I don't know, but I think with these images from Respawn, we have pretty much sussed out the ultimate and tactical ability of the next Legend. I would assume it's not going to be long until we get more teasers and even a trailer for the next season, and considering that the next season is 11 days away, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a trailer next week, which is going to be pretty cool. I'm very excited about the next season, and I can't wait for a new Legend, man. It's been so long. Also, next Tuesday, we are going to be getting quads returning to the game. Yesterday, Respawn accidentally sent out a news tab announcing that quads had returned, but they did it a bit early because this news tab was meant to go out on Tuesday. But it did reveal that this isn't just going to be quads. No, in fact, it's going to be straight shot revival quads, which is definitely going to be a packed mode, and honestly it's going to be a fun arcade mode. So I can't wait to get into this and polish off my battle pass because I'm only a few tiers away from 60, and honestly this season is the Apex season I've played the most in around 2 years, and I genuinely appreciate Respawn taking a new approach and doing what people ask for Apex. Like, they got new servers, they're listening to what people want, they're communicating well, they're patching stuff we don't like, they're constantly balancing the game. This season has been very good, and it's a shame we had to go to the lowest of lows for Apex to realize that they have to pay attention to the fans for the game to succeed, but the game has been succeeding and the player count is holding steady, and I'm confident next season, if the next Legend and hopefully new map update are good, Apex is going to start to see a steady increase in players. And if the game does see an increase in players, I really hope that they keep this attitude up and keep listening to people, because it's been nice. One final thing though, a lot of you have been commenting on my videos that you're excited for Titanfall 3, and honestly I'm pretty sure those leaks were fake. Even like the main Titanfall leaker guy came out and said these leaks are fake. So also, once again, just be careful what leaks you listen to in the Apex space, because lately a lot of them haven't been true. Like seriously, I stopped covering most of them because so many lately have turned out just to be lies, and I don't want to lie. So make sure to subscribe to keep updated with the next season and also the next Legend.